Extreme Rules! That hurt my voice a little bit. Extreme Rules. The time where things get extreme at WWE pay-per-views. And this wouldn't be a WWE prediction video without my good friend...
That's the sound of me when I'm like fucking hot, because it is hot where I am right now. And this is Brony 459 in case you haven't read the title, because you might not be incapable of reading. Or
you haven't seen us do one of the 6 videos we've done before together.
Exactly, all a part of W World, W Wrestling, E Entertainment, and the majority of them, well actually I think all of them, is pretty much predictions of course, well no, we did one countdown, but yeah, most of them are pretty much the predictions of pay-per-views. So yeah.
And at Money in the Bank, we forgot to clarify something, which we will make clear from now on. Due to the Raw Women's Championship getting disqualification, not disqualification, but yeah, disqualification and a cash-in, we decided to call the pay-per-view a draw.
Yes, so now the current scores are now displayed right here on our screen.
4-3 in Charles's favor.
But that might change tonight, because it's going to be 5-3 in my favor.
Yeah, you wish. It's going to be 4-4, dumbass. But for the Robo Championship matches, or any contest, I guess, for single matches, but for championships, we're going to go based off retains. So like Ronda Rousey defeated Nia Jax by disqualification, but Nia would have still hung on to her championship, because I believe it's championship advantage that you cannot get DQ'd or counted out.
I remember when I was watching Money in the Bank, and of course, you know, how that match ended. The first thing I said is like, holy shit, how am I going to write this down? And we had this big confusing conversation on how it would work.
It was fair enough to call it a draw. I mean, I think I should get the bonus point, because I did say there was going to be a cash-in. But I didn't say... I'm kidding. But yeah, it's 4-3 Charles. It's going to be 4-4 after this one.
Yeah, just fuck it. It's a tie.
Yeah.
And now I also have like one complaint about this pay-per-view before we get to it, is that okay, the card itself is actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole lot of matches that I see that I would like to see where it would go. But my complaint is that it's on Extreme Rules, and the problem with that is that I get it, we're in the PG era of all things, but how many matches are actually somewhat to an extreme level in this pay-per-view for a pay-per-view called Extreme Rules? We have tables
matches on the pre-show. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Steel cage. Let me see. And we have
the actual Extreme Rules match for the Raw Women's.
So that's 3, and then we have the
Shark cage kind of match,
which is kind of extreme, but not fully. And then we have the Iron Man match, but I don't even count it as extreme. More of a what was it called? Like a stamina endurance challenge. Yeah. So really, there's only like 3 matches that are somewhat actually on the extreme side, and one is on the fucking pre-show, and that to me is a little bit disappointing. I get it, PG era, but you need to at least try to make these matches a bit more on the extreme side, and that's just my opinion on all things. But as I'm looking at the card itself, just by the card, it is a very interesting card, and again, there's a lot of matches that I would like to see how they go.
This is going to be one of the longer pay-per-views, to say the least.
Yeah, well, when you have both brands colliding, these pay-per-views are going to be a little bit longer. But
anyway, like Charles mentioned about the stipulations of each match, no Extreme Rules really, which sucks. Fuck the PG era.
But now that we've done a little rant, let's get on to pretty much the match that is rumored to be on the pre-show, The New Day versus Sanity.
This will count for no points because it is rumored to be pre-show. It was confirmed, then debunked. It will probably be reconfirmed later today. But yesterday, Paige announced on the pre-show of this pay-per-view it will be on.
So, for who I think is going to win the match itself, since this is going to be a pre-show, more than likely not going to be an actual on the actual show, so I'm going to give this to Sanity.
Same.
mostly because they just came back and they need of course a big push, and beating a team like the New Day at a tables match would do pretty much that for them. So I'm giving this to Sanity.
Yeah, my vote is also for Sanity, and if it becomes a real match at Extreme Rules, which it should be, it will count, but if it's on the pre-show, it will not count.
Now, usually in a tag team tables match, it would end when all members of one team have been through a table at least once. However, it's been announced that it will end when one person of any team goes through a table, and that'll be the end of it, which I find it disappointing also because this would have been, because think about how a lot of awesome spots we would have gotten of all these people going through tables, but instead it would just end after one time when one member goes through. I just find that extremely disappointing. So I guess I'm also going to predict on how it's going to end. I'm going to go with Killian Dane putting Xavier Woods through the table for the win.
Let's have my prediction.
Holy crap, we're like thinking together we're actually thinking the same for the first time in a long time in these videos.
I'm gonna say Xavier Woods is gonna get put through a table, but by Eric Young. Leader of Sanity, he's probably gonna want to take control of the team and delegate who goes in and when. And whatnot.
That's true,
like we
that's
said,
true.
Whoever goes through the table will not count as a point, just the match if it's a real match.
Okay.
Anyways,
so now
of course, we have our trusty friend Wikipedia bringing up the match card for us, like usual.
Wikipedia, where all the information is correct.
Totally. To kick off on the card, first announced was the self-proclaimed goddess of WWE, Alexa Bliss. By the way, the goddess part is so wrong. It's actually Mandy Rose, the goddess of WWE.
That I can agree with.
Versus the irresistible force who used her championship clause to get a rematch, Nia Jax.
Now, quite a story these two have been going, and we thought this was pretty much all over at Backlash.
But I thought it was over at WrestleMania.
Well, I think they had a rematch at Backlash, if I'm correct, so I think that was like the official end of those two, but then it all started all the way back, full circle again in Money in the Bank, so it's pretty much a continuation of the feud. It's Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax
Part 5?
Part 5, I guess. And for the match itself,
I don't want this match to happen. We overworked this rivalry between these two.
And it was just such a good moment seeing Nia Jax finally shutting Alexa Bliss up at WrestleMania and also shutting her up again at Backlash. It was just a great ending, and we had a champion that was long overdue. And we all know the rules of the Money in the Bank briefcase. We all know Alexa had this power, but it just didn't feel right to me. I like Alexa. I just hated that she was the choice to win.
I hated both winners, the men's and women's.
But now, who's gonna win this match? I have to go with Alexa because since the story didn't end when it should have ended, with Nia finally getting the upper hand at Alexa, and now this is going back full circle, I think Alexa is going to stay champion because to the Raw division, there's no other Raw Women's Champion but Alexa, so sadly I had to get this to her. Especially since I think they're also going to be building up for Alexa to lose to Ronda Rousey sometime down the road. But yeah, as of now, it's going to be Alexa Bliss.
I don't think this would be the last time we would see this matchup for the Raw Women's Championship. Believe it or not, I don't think this is the last one.
So you think they're going to have like another match between these two later on? SummerSlam. Okay.
It's going to be a disqualification match. There's going to be a disqualification, and Alexa's going to end up retaining because Ronda Rousey's going to fucking interfere because she's front row for this pay-per-view. She is suspended from WWE, but there's nothing against her being at a pay-per-view in the front row.
Well, yeah, I guess it. Well, that is true.
She's going to pull some bullshit. It's going to be some bullshit because she just can't be there just to watch. Some shit's going to happen.
That is true.
Alexa's going to retain on a disqualification.
Well, I guess, although we could say whoever's going to win, because it doesn't matter on who it favors in by disqualification unless it's going to keep the title. But I guess in a way we're both saying that Alexa is going to retain.
But remember, disqualifications don't count as a change title.
Yes,
Alexa gets disqualified and Nia doesn't win the title. Nia should have luck still.
So although we're both thinking Alexa's gonna win, it's definitely on two different turns, but at the end we're both saying Alexa's gonna retain.
Unfortunately.
Alright, so the next matchup, which is a match that I'm, unlike the other one, I am actually happy that it's happening.
Same.
It's between the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, versus
Bulgarian Brute,
Rusev Day.
Rusev has been needing a title opportunity for a long time.
I've been a fan of Rusev ever since I started watching it back on a regular basis, and although he has won the United States title twice, so at least he could say he won titles, but he never had a shot at the big one, which I think he deserves even more now than ever since Rusev Day is pretty much a thing. And although I don't believe he's going to win, I'm just saying it straight up, it's going to be AJ Styles. But what I am happy about is that he's finally getting a chance at this.
Same. But this match though, AJ has been overworked as champion. I think he needs a little time off of it, so I'm gonna pick Rusev.
Now, if I'm picking who I want to win, I would definitely have Rusev win, because I want Rusev to win this more than anything right now. But I'm saying as prediction, because here's what I think they're gonna do with AJ. Remember the whole record that CM Punk has hold the title more days than anyone else in the modern era WWE? Well, people say that Brock broke the record. But that's kind of true. Brock only broke the record for a major title, but for the WWE title itself, he still holds the record for that title specifically. And I think they want to have AJ beat that record, which means we're going to have him a champion for another 6 months or so. That's how I think they're going to do this title with AJ. So, sadly, I want Rusev to win. I really, really do, but I'm thinking they're going to give it to AJ to retain.
Interesting. We will see.
Yeah. So, and you said you got Rusev, right?
Rusev.
Alright.
It will be extreme Rusev. It'll be an extremely good Rusev day today.
It will be
on this paper.
It will be
on Sunday.
It will be a fantastic Rusev day.
Next up, the Deleters of Worlds, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt
versus the B team. I can't even get a nickname for them yet.
The Believers of Worlds.
Good name. Now, as for this one,
when the Miz left, the Miz leaving Raw was the best thing that ever happened to Dallas and Axel.
I'm just saying, who would have ever thought that we would have this match? Because once the Miz left, I thought, and I guess everyone else thought too, yep, that's it. Bo and Curtis are officially over with. They're going to be buried, forgotten about. Without the Miz, they're pretty much gone now. But now they're here, having an official match for the Raw Tag Team titles between Matt and Bray Wyatt, and I just find that I'm just so happy that I'm not just going to leave them in the dust, because I'm starting to really enjoy them, especially with the B team with their very, very awkward celebrations. So that's the best way to say it.
Unique celebrations,
I guess you could say, and they've been going on with this thing with them that they're not losing. At least as the B team, they're on a winning streak, and I think they want to continue that on, because the B team has also. I'm not sure how the fan base for the B team. I'm not sure how popular they are, but I think they are actually going to give them a chance. And I guess you could be surprised, but I'm going with the B team to win this match.
No surprises here, Charles, as I'm also picking the B team. And remember, Bray Wyatt is partially injured from his car accident the other week.
More than likely, that's good. Either it's going to be that, or Matt's going to be in the match more, and he's going to somehow win it just for the two of them. And one thing I'm looking for this match, if it ever happens, is for Bray and Bo to actually be the legal man and this match, like, stare each other down, because if anyone doesn't know, they're real life brothers. So I think that'll be a unique thing to watch. Just watch these two brothers wrestle each other or look at each other dead in the eye when they're in the ring, like, oh shit, we never thought this is gonna happen, huh?
Wow, they're brothers?
Yes, for real, did you not?
Wow, totally didn't know that.
But I think, all in all, I'm saying the B team's gonna win, and I cannot imagine the kind of celebration they're gonna have when they
as tag team champions. Oh god!
When they get happy and celebrate just by winning a simple match. Just imagine winning the title. So that's gonna be a thing to see.
SmackDown Women's Champion. She's not missing Money in the Bank anymore. The Princess of Staten Island, Carmella,
versus my Empress, Asuka. With James
Ellsworth suspended in a steel cage over a shark cage. Yay!
Just so he cannot interfere. But it is something that we do know about these Shark Tank stipulations, is that they're still going to interfere in one way or another. The way that I see this match, I knew James is going to interfere in some way. Something tells me he's going to probably try to drop down pepper spray from the cage down to the ring for Carmella to use. That's just how I predict. And now I'm not happy with what I'm about to say, but I'm thinking Carmella is going to retain. I did say before in Backlash, no, in the Money in the Bank pay-per-views, I'm sorry, that Asuka was going to win the title because I have full confidence that, they were not going to make her lose to Carmella, but it happened due to interference of James Ellsworth or distraction more like it, but still, and with that, I really have no idea when they're going to make Asuka the women's champion now, so I think they're going to have Carmella retained it again at Extreme Rules.
I honestly love what Charles just said.
I know, I'm admitting my Empress will lose a match. That's on the record now.
Can you guys haven't write that down, actually?
It's recorded. I think that's better than just written down.
I know. Carmella will retain. Yes, Mella and Asuka have had a huge rivalry. I don't think it's going to be over. Asuka will not have the Women's Championship for a little while now. Maybe at Survivor Series or sometime around then, she'll get her title.
I mean, I knew she's going to win it eventually, but I thought it was going to be as soon as WrestleMania against Charlotte, but again, I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, sucks to be you when you go against the Queen.
But as for it, but now since I pretty much knew that they're not going to make Asuka an unstoppable beast like they did back in NXT, now I'm have to treat it like it's not like an Asuka's always going to win situation. Now I finally learned my lesson after Money in the Bank, so I'm going to have to sadly give it to Carmella, although I don't want her to win.
Carmella will lose the title coming up, and I have a good idea against who. And when the next pay-per-view comes around, if that match is announced, I will bet that she's gonna win the women's championship, but Carmella will retain at this pay-per-view.
Yes, sadly enough.
Match 5. The Bludgeon Brothers versus
Team
Hell no to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Listen.
So Charles, can you see a double tag team championship take?
The thing is, the B team is a little bit more obvious to win the titles, but for Team Hell No, to me that's kind of like a maybe they will, maybe they won't, because I am pretty much not even sure about this match because the Bludgeon Brothers are meant to be pretty much dominant unless they are in a singles match. In another case, that's shit because they lose in singles matches. But as a tag team, they are known to be pretty dominant together.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, but the reunion Team Hell No have with Daniel and Kane was powerful enough to where I think they could also take the titles from the Bludgeon Brothers some way or another. And I've actually been thinking about this so back and forth because out of all the matches on the card, this is the one I'm not sure about who's going to win. But I have to guess someone. So if I have to guess, I will honestly have to say I really believe that maybe just because Kane is still running for mayor and you have no time to really be champ when you're the mayor, of course, I will have to go with the Bludgeon Brothers on this one.
I'm also saying Bludgeon Brothers. As much as I do not want to admit it, they're being part-timers right now. They're barely in anything.
That's true.
They're gonna lose it eventually, but I don't think it's gonna be to Hell No.
Maybe to Sanity. That's what I'm guessing.
Oh yeah. Or the Usos again.
Yeah.
Next match is the Iron Man match, and Charles and I have agreed for a potential 2 points at this. One for guessing who wins, obviously, duh.
And the other one for guessing the score, the official score.
No matter what. So let's say if Charles says it's going to be 5-3 Dolph, and I say it's going to be 5-3 Seth. No, not 5-3 Seth. 2-1 Seth. And it's 2-1 Ziggler. Charles gets a point for guessing Ziggler, and I get a point for guessing the score.
That's fair enough.
2 points up for grabs. So as long as you have the score right, it doesn't matter who you pick. And if you have the person right and the score wrong, you still get 1 point. So, who do you predict is going to win this match, first of all, Charles?
Okay. I'm going to say that Dolph Ziggler is going to retain, mainly because I know they have bigger stuff planned down the road. So of course he can't win the minor title again. He's going to go for another major title, I believe. So I think since they have bigger plans for Seth, I'm going with Ziggler here.
I'm also picking Ziggler for this.
Alright. And as for the scores, I think they really want to have a somewhat high number, at least for an Iron Man match, a somewhat high number to really make them look like close competition as much as possible. That I believe that whoever wins is going to win by only about 1 point. And I have to say that Dolph will win 4-3.
That's really close to my prediction.
What is that?
I'm gonna go... I do agree with your point how they're gonna be really close. This is probably gonna kick me in the ass, but 5-3 is my score prediction.
5-3, so you're gonna take one to pretty much get 2 pins over.
You know, 2 quick pins on... If 2 quick pins, done. There's the 2 points.
That'll make all the difference.
Like if whoever beat, let's say if Dolph does retain, he beat Seth Pulp in the last minute, so Seth's pretty much immobilized. 1, 2, 3. Or like last 10 seconds, let's say. 1, 2, 3. Get up. 1, 2, 3.
Fair enough.
You can have 2 really quick pins, especially if you catch them off guard.
Yeah, quick pins have been possible.
Anyways, next up is this mammoth Goliath singles match.
What is the best way to describe this match? I get it. How does the crowd react to Roman Reigns almost every week? Exactly. This match, it's supposed to be the biggest match for the Raw side, but I'm just not feeling it. Mainly because I know people believe that Roman is untalented, boring, whatever, but I think we found a man that's even worse on that level, and that's of course Bobby Lashley.
You're picking Bobby?
I don't know, I'm just saying how Bobby is just even less interesting to me than Roman is.
Oh.
Yeah, so, but for the match itself, you know, I'm not interested in really either of them. but I would have to go with Roman Reigns.
I am also picking Roman Reigns for this.
Because there's barely any time where someone took a surprise win on Roman Reigns. Only twice has that really ever happened. Once against Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania, that was a shock to all of us. And then the next one was, well, before that, it was Braun Strowman at Great Balls of Fire. But other than those two, almost any guy that went against Roman pretty much lost. You can pretty much predict that Roman's going to win, no matter how big or bad the guy is. So, unless you're Braun or Brock, but other than that,
good luck.
Yeah, good luck. So, sadly,
so we're both picking Roman.
Yes, due to pretty much the predictability of how much they want to push this guy, Roman Reigns.
So why we pick? So I liked how we did with Money in the Bank. We had diversity. Like we had one match, the same.
I think you and I only disagreed on one match specifically, which was AJ versus Rusev.
We agreed on every match except one here, and in Money in the Bank we disagreed on everything except one. We agreed on one match at Money in the Bank.
This is a total reverse, but
great. So I feel like there's gonna be a few more weird ones coming up.
Right.
Next up, the United States Championship versus
Shinsuke Nakamura.
I didn't say Jeff Hardy. I was trying to think. I was just gonna give you the nickname thing.
Oh crap! I didn't think about that. But anyways, this match, Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, this one I would have actually gone on ahead and picked Shinsuke right away, but something happened to him. A few weeks ago, he got attacked by a guard dog on the leg, and that severely injured him. Is he still hurting? I mean, yes, he did show up on SmackDown a few days ago, but you know that doesn't really even mean that he's okay enough to win this championship. But I would say that when it comes to a dog bite, it doesn't seem as severe as many other injuries that these wrestlers have been getting, and maybe they will still put the belt on Shinsuke. So I would have to go for this match, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yet another one we agree on.
Holy shit, man.
Because, you know me, I always have to go with the underdog. But Shinsuke not the underdog, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I think Shinsuke will win and become the United States champion.
Because Jeff has not really been doing anything with the title recently, and Shinsuke, despite losing a lot, has at least been on TV more times recently as Jeff did, even by a guard dog attack to his leg. So I would say, since as I said, that injury is not really nearly as bad as any of the people in the locker room have, especially Bray Wyatt as of recent. So I believe that dog bite is something they could rub off, scrub off or something. So I think that's still going to get the belt to Shinsuke nonetheless.
Yeah, Shinsuke will probably need another push, whatever.
Yeah.
Next up,
a singles one-on-one match between
the ex-Demon King, Finn Balor,
the Constable, Baron Corbin. Constable. I cannot believe that name is just on him right now. Constable.
I know.
Constable Baron Corbin. In fact, I don't even call him Baron anymore. I just call him Constable Corbin because that's a funny name on him. Well, this match really has not that much, as I said, not that much of a build-up. I'm really not that interested in this match as well. Just like Roman and Bobby. But again, you have to pick somebody, and I just don't see them making Finn lose to Baron here. So, Balor Club, Finn Balor, ex-Demon King, Finn Balor, my choice.
You're doing Finn Balor?
Yeah.
Guess what I'm doing?
What?
Finn Balor.
Yeah. Like always, I think this pay-per-view is a lot more predictable than Money in the Bank is going to be.
Yeah. And lastly, Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens in a steel cage.
A match that I'm actually interested in seeing how Baron's following a reign of destruction in Kevin Owens' way for the past few weeks. especially with the incident of the porta potty, which was one of the best segments Raw has done in such a long time, promoting Braun as to be some big, unstoppable beast of a man.
Yeah.
So, and as much as I love Kevin, I have to also give this match to Braun Strowman, because, you know, he's the monster among men, he's a beast, and I don't really see him losing to Kevin Owens, even if it's by some bullshit way. I don't really see having Braun lose to Kevin in this match specifically, so I have to go on ahead and give this to Strowman.
Hey, guess what, Charles?
Yeah?
We disagree!
Holy fuck! Finally!
This is gonna be the one that bites me in my ass.
You are not seriously picking Kevin Owens, aren't you?
Kevin Owens will beat Braun Strowman.
Okay. How you think of that?
How?
Yes.
Kevin will win. Him and Braun have had their differences, and Kevin can actually be feisty and tough when he needs to be.
Which is true. But even as feisty as he could be, I don't see him losing to Braun Strowman. I could see this be an easily dominating match between Braun and Strowman. I mean, maybe Kevin will throw some punches here and there, but I see pretty much Braun destroying Kevin Owens all throughout this match until the very end.
No, Kevin will win.
Alright.
Trust me.
Alright, you're lost.
There's gonna be some bullshit way that Kevin actually wins.
I don't even see how some bullshit can happen for Kevin. Even if it's for somehow, I still think even Braun's still gonna dominate, so yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, that is all for this prediction video. It's not as long as the other ones have been, so it's easier for Charles to edit everything.
Yes, I do all the editing. He just does all the talking.
Also, one thing I think we should mention: bring back more female superstar matches. Even if it's single matches.
We only have about, what, 2?
Yeah, both women's championship.
Yeah.
At SummerSlam, I want to see the two members of the Riot Squad go against Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
That would be an interesting match. We'll probably see that in Survivor Series, since I think Survivor Series is now becoming a thing where it's Raw versus SmackDown. So we'll probably see.
Even better.
We'll probably see that at Survivor Series.
Yeah, just bring it back. If Paige was still in and actually cleared to wrestle, I would see Absolution versus Riot Squad. That would be fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, that would be. Alright, so this has been our prediction for Extreme Rules. I'm Brony for 5D90.
And I'm Ryan.
And I'll see y'all sexies later.